What's up, everybody? Welcome to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master Sladgie with the Ponda, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. What's up, guys? You all survived the Blitz tournament yesterday. We got challenges from Troll in a Roll and Schieber Spieler. Schieber Spieler looking to make up for missing that tournament yesterday. We were happy to win one in your absence, Schieber Spieler. But I was getting pretty bad by the last round. I started hanging rooks. So we were a little bit fortunate to score 9 out of 9 yesterday. And Tony should have beat me in that last game. I gave him a rook, or tried. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're playing Unusual Openings today. Weird Wednesday. Fun openings, unusual stuff, trying to play different offbeat variations in the early stages of the game. Troll in a Roll, always challenging to chess 960. 1855, 1766, and 1677. And in Crazy House, 1555. Now, something strange about that. 1500 in chess 960. So every one of your ratings has identical numbers in the final two digits. 55, 66, 77, 00, and 55. Purely a coincidence, obviously. Just happened that way. Schieber Spieler. Schieber Spieler is a tough character. Alright, he's up next. Our honorary team captain. Guys, speaking of team captains, next team battle will be Sunday at 3 o'clock against the Tranquilizers and other teams. And I just want to remind everybody that the next one, as I was told, is going to be based on 20 players' results, not 15 like the previous one. So the intention is to make the event a little bit bigger, attract more players by making it 20 players counting in the final score rather than 15 for Sunday's streamer mega battle. I mean, we're lucky if we get 20 players, but I think we can get around 20 players to play most of the event, but we're cutting it close. So I need everybody, if they can play, to play for Sunday's streamer battle at 3 p.m. CEST. 20 is very elite. Yeah, even you will qualify, Bob. So I need you and Asterbate. I need everybody to be on their best. Even if you're 1500, you might qualify for the top 20. So you guys need to play your best. But anyways, it's meant for fun. So if you can't play, don't play. But if you can play, do so. I'm just kidding. It's all in the name of fun. So somebody loses an eye. Yeah, Sunday's not ideal for me either. I actually preferred Tuesday, to be honest. But we'll see. Sunday's still in like a trial basis. I think Sunday's not as good an idea because you've got a lot of people who, of course, questions remain about the COVID and stuff. There's a second wave. It could go on forever. Maybe chess will be finished over the board. I don't know, but ideally, like, there are more chess tournaments where people are going to be playing on weekends, and I think it's sort of a weird idea to have it on Sunday too. If life goes back to normal, Sunday is not the optimal day for it. But life is not normal yet, so thanks, Schieber Spieler. Guys, I'm going to take this challenge versus Troll. Good to see Bob. Bob, an originator, a founder, and 33-month subscriber to the stream. That is insane, dude. 33 months. Seems like, yeah, that's about right. Just a little over 2 years. My math is good. I've been streaming for like over 3 years. Seems like forever. Alright, so chess 960, bishops here, queen in the corner, rook in the corner. Looks like a reasonable setup. Difficult to get the queen in a little bit. Fianchetto might work. We got a weak pawn on b7. You want to play g4? g4 get the rook in the game? I have had bad results with this sort of hyper modern or flank openings. I do better when I occupy the center. 33 months equals 2 years. Give or take a month or so. That doesn't add up right. Oh well, it's early in the morning, Bob. I thought there were 16 months in a year. Alright? Don't give me a hard time. It's less than 3 years, isn't it? So I was within, like, the margin of error. There's 16 months in a year. Time seems to have slowed down during this COVID. Honestly. Like they say, time flies when you're having fun, but we're not having fun during the COVID virus. So time is going slower, and therefore years are longer and contain 16 months. This guy is really laid back and calm. The island theme. Do I still have the island theme? I'm trying to remember if I saved my... Now I can't remember what's in my storage unit and what's not. I can't remember if I saved my island theme barrier. I can be laid back, you know, a lot of people think I am. I mean, the problem is it's just making me more stressed out, the whole COVID thing. I think naturally I would be more laid back. My problem isn't my laid backness or lack thereof, it's my failure to calculate how many months there are in a year, which is... It's too many responsibilities, Bob. That's the problem. The Birds opening. Chess 960 Grandmaster and Master of the Center. Where are you going, pal? Bishop c5. Envisioning a path for my pieces here. Pieces path. Knight d6. Knight c4. There you go. So if I play the intended knight d3 of knight c4, I'll never get rid of that knight off of c4. I wish I could play b3 here and fianchetto my bishop on b2. Responsibilities trigger my stress. I just want to go back to having no responsibilities. Then I could be relaxed. Go back to island life. The fun-loving me that you need. Knight d6. Alright, I'm playing some sort of Dutch or Birds opening here. The f4. But my pieces are influential. You know, this is influential, this is influential, bishops are influential, right? It's all good. I like that g6, nice and weakening. Excellent, Smithers. Smithers. You want to play bishop g7? Should I play bishop h4 check first or wait? The knight takes d5, that's a good move. It both drops b2 and sacrifices a piece for 2 pawns. Don't forget we can castle queenside, or whatever you call it. It's not clear. That really bothers me about chess 960. Coming out of like the 80s and being bilingual in chess notation, you know, king's bishop, queen's pawn, all that stuff. It trips me out that it's not clear where the king side is and where the queen side is. That kind of freaks me out. Check. Perhaps you should have waited to pull the trigger on bishop g7. I hope it didn't inconvenience the troll here. Ooh. Alrighty. Alrighty, Bob. Any idea where that saying comes from? Bob's real name is... Well, I can't say it here. Dweezil. Sakamano. When did chess 960 become an option in online chess? If you go on Internet Chess Club, it was as early as like the 90s. They called it wild. They're different kind of wild variants or whatever, and I guess chess 960 was like one of them. I'm not sure about other sites like Play Chess. Does anybody know? For example, this is interesting. Attacking me with a rook. I've never played chess 960 on any other sites outside of lichess and Internet Chess Club. I don't think. But I never played on a lot of other sites. I mean, they probably have it on FICS, actually. I don't think I ever played there. They also had Wilds. Free Internet Chess Server. Wild Variants. I don't remember the number for chess 960. But it's not a new thing. Much older than, say, like chess.com or some newer chess sites. So a5 is a good move. Well, I did my job with bishop h4. It doesn't have to stay there. It seems like I could bring it back, try to guard the center or something. If I play e4, d4, that bothers me. But maybe it's not such a stupid idea. Although he can take and play like knight c4 now. My queen should start getting activated. This is actually really a bit of a weird idea, but if he plays d4, he shuts down his whole position. That's the philosophical basis. Knight takes, bishop takes, b2 check, not good. So the question is now, he has this. I like that mate on d8 that's not there. Oh no. Wow. Now, Bob, your ideas seem to start to blossom. Knight takes e5. I think this is a much stronger case for that than your crappy sacrifice on d5. It's a defensive sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why that site sucks, you know. They've got, like, this big membership and audience, and they still have this, like, nobody as the host to their shows. I don't know how he even got an IM title. He was a decent FIDE master, but I don't think he's an IM. But the title got a lot easier once you like own a chess site or whatever. Accusation. Well, it's not an accusation. I mean, accusations and facts are different things. I mean, I'm entitled to think that people are undeserving of their respective titles. We all are. He is a decent FIDE master, though. About 23. Well, about my rating. I'm a FIDE master now, too, but I mean, I was legitimately strong. I am at one point. Like, he never was. That's the difference. I just have, like, some kind of brain damage or something. I don't know. Rook takes d7, king d7, knight f6 check. That's a cool variation. Just because I suck now doesn't mean I always did, is another way to put it. He's totally shut down here. I deserve to be an FM. I fully admit it. But I was a good player at one point. He's going to have to sack a piece. Bob sack a piece of mana. Bob wanted to sack. I think he's like an average men's FM, honestly. Alright. Troll, how did you get so fast? One day he just woke up and increased his speed like threefold. Bob, you're always talking about my demons, but it looks like you have demons. Demon 1 and Demon 2. Alright. Schieberspieler, are you a title FM? He's not a title FM until he gets the title. I hate that, by the way. Like, when people are like, I don't know, IM or GM elect. Andrew Tang did that when he got the GM title. He was like calling himself a GM. Like, you're not a GM until FIDE or whatever, or, you know, organization awards you the title. It's like calling yourself, whatever, GM before you get the title is ridiculous. So here, I'm a stickler for details. That hurt? Alright, now we're going to play bishop f6. Maybe I should have calculated this more, because he has rook g7. He's still alive after rook g7. Well, I was criticizing Gari for calling himself Grandmaster Gari or whatever. Okay. It's different. They're not literally saying that they're... But you have rook g7, Troll. I don't think you should resign here. Oh, yes, objectively, I guess, a winning position. But practically speaking, not that simple. Alright. I don't watch the chess.com streamers there. Schieberspieler. Let's check out our challenges here. Heinechberger, Gil's challenging me to my favorite time control. 3-0 rated. That's not happening. Okay, Flow Chess, I recognize from before. We played you before. Flow Chess, it's a friend of Blobix, I think. And newbie 111 from position. Here we go again. And then we're not going to do from position. Can you see what position it is? When some, like, I'm just supposed to accept that challenge? I don't know what you're doing. What position are you challenging me to? Newbie. Alright, whatever. Where's my challenges? They just, like, disappeared? That was weird. Alright, weird openings, unusual. I gotta remember. No problem at all says, what? You can accept an end abort if you don't like it. No, there was the guy who trolled me. No problem at all. It was like my turn and bing, like I lost. Right away, he checkmated me. So he set up from position to whatever freaky, like, variant it was. And then it was just like, bling, and I lost immediately. Like, without even being able to make a move. That turned me off to the... already, like, resigned, or, I mean, the game's already over. Like, that was funny. I don't want to play, like, too silly openings. Especially with a chance to play a good player. My Fen notation, my mental Fen notation doesn't really work like that. Sorry. Senior janitor. Anyways. We'll try to play something unusual in these openings. Should I play the taxi driver with E5? Robert De Niro opening? No. Okay, let's play knight c3. We'll play the dunst. The Schieberspieler not challenging my dunst properly. Fresh out of unusual ideas here. This is normal. Not for me, but in general. Where's Asterbait? Asterbait, like, secretly left the stream and went to watch Kamsky. He wasn't even here. He's a traitor. Maybe he's sleeping. I mean, I know it's hard for you guys from Pacific time. Just suspicious. So this is my unusual opening. I mean, Schieberspieler tried to be fair and play the Scandinavian, which I guess he doesn't do. And I played knight c3. This is called the... I don't know what it's called, the dunst, right? Anyway, dunst with a T. What is the difference between a GM and lower masters, truly? Well, Bob, I mean, you know. If you want me to be perfectly honest, if that was an easy question to answer, like, everybody would be a grandmaster, you know? We'll try something fun here. I personally never play knight takes c3. I think knight b6 is the main move, but I've played c6 a lot. With black here. This is the main one. It's actually sometimes reached from Aliekin defense move order. Now, having said that, Bob, I mean, I could make some kind of real answer or attempt to answer the question seriously. instead of just copping out. Well, quality of training, how much you play, being a rich little snot-faced brat helps. What else? Having a really good trainer. Millionaire parents. Stick-to-itiveness. I didn't have enough stick-to-itiveness. I ended up like, instead of continuing down the path of playing tournament after tournament after tournament, eventually grinding out like the GM title, I started playing poker instead. Probably if I had stuck with it, you know, I could have eventually got the title. If I had just continued on and on down the endless maze of grass. Grandmaster Norm tournaments. This is sort of a weak move, actually. Shit. Maybe not. The Master of Queen Trades. I'm the Master of Queen Trades. Stealing my thunder. I can't believe it. He wants to trade queens with me. I'm usually trying to force trade queens. Trade queens. You see, I became dyslexic. That's why I'm not a GM. Brain damage and dyslexia started setting in. Now you don't want to trade queens? Well, Bob, it's nothing specific, and plus there's so many different levels of grandmasters. There's really, really, really strong ones. There's ones that don't deserve the title. There's ones that are barely grandmasters, that are medium strength ones. There's all different levels among those guys. You could just as well ask the question, how does someone get to be a 2700 versus... I can't really say, you know. I think I know how to get to like the average grandmaster level. Probably a lot of dedication. You have to be above average intelligence. I don't think you have to be a genius. So Schieberspieler here refusing to trade on my terms. What do I do next? Okay, I don't mind this. I'll trade on your terms. What about an 84? Could be a good move for him. I'm thinking like bishop g5, 94. I have to move it again. Then his f pawn is mobile. So I don't really have a good square for my bishop, it turns out. Funny position. Guess I should castle first. Which way? The 94 bugs me. How about bishop h4? Alright, I'm gonna run out of time soon, so... I feel like I'm playing the London system again. Yeah, I knew you were gonna play that. You can tell, for example, the Naka's endgame technique is inferior to Carlsen's. Well, whose isn't? I mean, Naka's improved dramatically, I think, in terms of endgame over the years. I can't believe I'm getting forked by these pawns. God damn it. I just didn't bring my full concentration to this game. I know this sounds like an excuse, but it's true. He's the master of exchanges. But I put myself in really bad time pressure talking too much. I know where this is going. Well, that's a surprise. I didn't know where it was going. I thought he was gonna play bishop f7. Man, I should have taken with the a pawn there. Speaking of Magnus Carlsen, Schieberspieler has a strange penchant for endgames for a young guy. It's unusual. I didn't start playing this till I was old, like this, till I was old. But I saw the same thing with Carlsen. Oh, another blunder. Yet another blunder. How much worse can I play this? I put my king in the wrong square. Queen and rook. Rook and 2 pawns versus queen. We made some mistakes there. My queen versus rook technique is not so good. I guess it's a force field. Is it really a force field? I mean, my king is cut off. There's no way I can win this. Right? I mean, I can't. I'm in jail, so... I mean, I need you to be able to force you to make a rook move. So if your king goes like, if I check, I don't see how I can put you in Zugzwang. Wow, it says it's winning. Table base says it's winning. Yeah, I mean, if you're a computer, wow. Queen e7, king f5, queen f7, king g5. How am I making progress here? Queen e6, king f4, queen f6 or something. It's really hard. I'm lucky to draw 2 pawns down against him. So we'll leave it at that. I have sort of mental block against queen versus rook. I lost a couple years ago. I lost the total fortress position in the last round of a GM tournament. I was just so tired, and I lost that. You know, it's really hard to mate with queen versus rook too, even if it's just queen versus rook. If you play with a computer, it's extremely difficult. Alright, flow chess. You see that, Bob? I'm unbeatable. Perfect game. I let him have a draw. I'm a nice guy. Because I'm a nice guy, I'm going to let him have a draw there. Good game. Not really, but in spirit, it was a good game. And both of us, I don't think I even defended that well. I put my king on the wrong square toward the end when I should have put it probably on d2. I put it on f2. Alright, let's try something weird here. Double fianchetto attack. Favorite of the late, great Emery Tate. Just fianchetto your bishops and think later. Always a good strategy. We could turn it into a hippo, of course. Hippo attack. Sloshing through the waters. f4, still a useful move. I have a sort of birds opening thing going on lately. I'm very drawn to playing f4. Don't put your pieces outside the exoskeleton in a closed position, I guess. c4, e3. My excuse is that it's morning and I'm not awake yet. Whew, I got away with a draw. That was horrible. Did not play well there. Actually, Schieberspiller played great until the end, and he melted down in the winning endgame. Okay, it was a freaky blunder. He just played too fast and fell for that trap. It is kind of pretty, though. You can never be too careful. Tablebase says it's a win, yeah. So, I'm not a big expert on rook versus queen, but one of the most important things if you want to create a fortress draw, you need to have like an anchor for your rook. And I thought it was a draw because my king position was bad, but the engine says I'm winning anyway. I can put him in some sort of Zugzwang to make him move his rook, give up. Maybe let my king in the game. My king can creep into the game eventually. That's the trick there. So, what I was going to say was, I'm trying to see this old game with flow chess. Flow chess has gone up over 100 points since I played them with Blobix. Go with the flow. Kind of a ratey. So you need an anchor for your rook. The best defense with the rook against queen would be something like rook and the pawn on your second rank. You want the pawn to be on your second rank so nothing can get in behind you, you know? It's like nothing can sneak in. You want the pawn on its original square anchoring the rook where the rook can shift left and right indefinitely, back and forth. When your pawns are pushed up further, it's actually harder to defend because my king and stuff can get in behind you and start to force you and flush you out. So the only like 100% fortress in the rook versus queen is like rook and at least one pawn where the pawn that's on the original square. This is a case where he has another pawn. That doesn't really make a difference. I don't think like two pawns or one pawn is an issue. The point is his pawns are pushed up. They're not on original squares. So I can get in behind him. It's a win, but it's like a really long-winded process. I just thought because my king was cut off, I might not be able to win. That's why I offered a draw. The other thing is that we could be here for probably 3 hours trying to play that position. Well, HTFP, the current game is not a very complicated game. This is one of these standard type of ready positions where my pawn is Reti Ricard, which is pushed up here to f4. A normal plan anyway, I have like an enhanced Reti where Gajas Miklos, one of our fellow Hungarian chess players, he plays the Reti a lot, and he'll often like move the knight and play f4 later, so it's like I got to play f4 for free. It's a good move anyway. Bonus move. Also shades of the English, maybe, defense. Ultimately, though, it's hard for white to find a forward plan. I moved a lot of pawns, so I have to be careful. This Dutch like pawn advance is one of the only like really aggressive plans I have to force his knight away from the center in the future. His or her flow. It's very strange that Asturbate's not here. He's online. He must be sleeping. Was he here earlier? In the beginning of the stream? I can't see the chat all the way up to the beginning. He was here earlier, okay. Well, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning for the guy. I like when he played in the streamer battle, and then tried to play in my tournament that night as well when it was on a Tuesday. But it's too much, man. You can't play a tournament like 5 a.m. then stay awake and play another tournament at 9 or 10 a.m. Pull an all-nighter and keep performing well. This is... D4 is a problem. Maybe. I don't like D4. But technically, maybe it just like overextends his pawn. Well, I have tactics. Tactics that don't work. Black's play is kind of passive. I don't like this. And this isn't a good square. So my pawn on G3 dominates that knight. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Oh, Asteroid is here. He said the Chewbacca defense. Alright. Do you want to explain that? We missed you, man. That is real dedication. Well, I don't know if he ever went to sleep. It's not getting up at 5 a.m. He just doesn't go to sleep. He stays up till 5 a.m. We should qualify that. He stays up till 5 a.m. to watch the stream. He is the most dedicated fan of the stream. Bob's getting up early. But Bob's in a much different time zone. Bob's Eastern time, and Asterbait is 3 hours earlier. Pacific time. There's a significant difference. The Eastern time people, it's not that bad. But for those who watch from the West Coast, this stream starts at 2 a.m. What? 11 minus 9? No, it should be 3. Yeah, you're right. 16, right, Bob? Bob is a math major, apparently. Is Rook D1 the right idea? This is a strange decision too. I mean, E5 is just juicy and ready to be invaded. But I'm not going to play knight E5 just so it can get traded off. So the stream starts at 11. That's 9 hours, so 2 a.m. for Asterbait. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. He can stay up till 2 a.m. Bob can wake up at 5. Not actually that bad. It's the people staying up in Eastern time. Bob's staying up till 5 a.m. That could really mess you up. A Chewbacca defense is a legal strategy in which a criminal defense lawyer tries to confuse the jury rather than refute the case. How would it get the name Chewbacca? You just talk like Chewbacca? Make all kind of weird sounds and stuff? We have superior control of the center, and Black's pawn may be a liability. The c6 square, maybe not a major factor here. Oh, it comes from South Park. I'm about to lose on turn. No, that's them. Panda cam seems to be frozen. That happens a lot. See if we can fix it. Guys, unusual openings. This was coming back. Hello. There. This is some kind of opening. Double fianchetto. I have knight c6 and knight b5. What? The audio went out? What do you mean no audio? Does anybody else lose audio? I've got audio. Oh, I guess it was a temporary. I reset the camera, so I didn't think it would affect the audio. I reset the webcam, Panda cam. Conspiracy theories. So this is interesting. Surrounded. Come out with your hands up. This is the Trump police task force. This is not a democracy. Feels like we've got some stuff here. I mean, I don't know. I like that bishop in an open position. Bishops in open positions and extra rooks are good. Tactical buzzsaw, known as Sladgie, strikes again. Now there's no move. Yeah, that's the best move, sadly. That was the only move that didn't lose right away. Absolutely accurate. To the last. F6. No. Another piece. Delicious. Black overextended. You can't hear Panda. That's his stomach growling. You don't hear his stomach growling. Rook h2. Rook h2. Flowchart. Alright, there it is. I should play king g1, but I'm not going to do that. He ruined my pre-move. Alright guys, so here's the deal. We've got a streamer battle on Sunday, 3 o'clock CEST. Need your help. We need 20 players. I can't do a rematch. This is a stream. So Heinisberger, newbie with this position thing. Where's your position? Newbie, seriously? Can't we just... No. I'm not going to play positions. It's Weird Wednesday. I'm going to play unusual openings. We're not going to do that. If you want to challenge me to a normal game. So who's a challenger? That's a subscriber. Bold Random Rabbit, are you a subscriber? Bob is. Fat President, wow. I haven't seen Fat President in ages. The other announcement is that the stream is a little shorter than usual today. I've got to stop at 1:15, so we've got an hour and 15 minutes of stream left. Now, I played the Sicilian. That's not unusual. Now we've got to play. We've got to play something different for the sake of Bob. Something really weird. The Queen A5 Sicilian. I think this is against principle, but it stops D4. Preventing D4 at all costs. And if he plays C3, then Queen A5 is kind of a known idea against the C3 Sicilian. So go, Bob. The recommended variation is B4 with a wing gambit. I think I might have played this once in a Blitz game. Years ago I was considering different offbeat variations. A4 naturally. Interesting idea. Not sure what it does, but it might actually be interesting to play like knight A3, knight C4 if that were possible. Other than that, I'm not really sure what it does. How about knight F6 attacking his pawn to then E5? So I'll play D6 first. Arbitrary. Taking Bob out of his dangerous book preparation. I wonder if E5 is even a good move for white here, maybe. It's ridiculous, right? Of course, not having my queen at D8 is strange. I guess if E5 I take and then play like A6, that actually looks pretty good for white. It's like something like chess. What's his name? The streamer. Chess Network opening or something. Plays weird stuff. Alright. I need to stop D4 again. We've got some interesting ideas with B4 now. Bishop G4, Queen B3 could be a problem. So if D4 I take it, and you have to take with a knight. A6 could be trouble. This is now a threat. He's defending his A pawn as well. Yeah. Now there's no knight A3, Bob. What are you gonna do? No bishop E5, no knight A3. Now you're in trouble. Bob has 2 draws. But Bob has multiple accounts. Bob, don't you have another account you played me on? Like, you've a million accounts, but have you played games against me with the other accounts? Do you have wins? You had to have a win, right? He has to have a win.